Piers Morgan erupts at Harry as spoiled brat after the Duke trashing Charles. Hello and a very warm welcome to Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel. Today, Mr. Morgan hit out at the Duke of Hypocrisy, who quit royal duties with Meghan Markle last year and is now living in America after he's poured his heart out during a podcast interview about Charles's parenting. Harry said he wanted to break the cycle of pain and suffering of his upbringing with his own children. Harry has been branded a spoiled brat by Piers Morgan, who questioned how many more times the Duke is going to publicly trash his father, Prince Charles. Former Good Morning Britain presenter Mr. Morgan fumed on Twitter. How many more times is this spoiled brat going to publicly trash the dad who's bankrolled him his entire life? Always easier to blame others than to look at the mistakes we make. All we seem to hear is how this 36-year-old is so many people have said have done him wrong. Not only on one occasion has he accepted any responsibility for a single action. I'm getting sick and tired of the lies spoiled Harry comes out with. He had a life of privilege, and his mom and dad gave him lots of privacy bringing him up. Oh, and he rode on the back of his dad's bike in private. When he was going to stop bad-mouthing the person who's given him and his wife millions of pounds and support. Most people would not have the patience Prince Charles is showing, and so soon after he's lost his own father. Has Harry got no shame? Meanwhile, royal reporter Julia Draxler said in her post on Conversation Woman, I really don't know what Harry is trying to achieve, but not only is the constant criticism of his father and grandparents cruel, it is done in a most condescending way. He then talks about awareness, yet is totally lacking self-awareness. Or he'd realize how dislikable he is and shut up. Harry, if only we could see ourselves as others see us. She added, the artist formerly known as Prince has adopted the unprovable ability to base all allegations on feelings, same as his spouse. Truthful? Maybe, but his future wealth depends on them both selling the tale. How long before Hollywood buys the story depends on how much more outrageous they can be, without ostracizing their target market of believers. Piers Morgan correctly and succinctly sums up the situation with this man-child. He's a spoiled brat and a nasty one at that. So now we await the specter of weatherman Beresford again attempting to trash Piers Morgan on behalf of the miserable Markle's husband. As he did last time, he will get it horribly wrong and make a twerp of himself. Whether or not you like Piers Morgan, he's absolutely right regarding the spoiled, arrogant, but ungrateful Harry, who's not the brightest of grown men, but who acts like a silly teenager. Prince Charles, as well as Prince William, have perhaps been overindulgent with the childish Harry, who should be stripped of all royal titles and removed from the line of succession. Harry has never had to face the consequences of his reckless actions. He's always been coddled and protected, and when asked by Harry to walk his vile wife down the aisle, Prince Charles behaved with grace and generosity that neither of these two hypocritical grifters, Harry and Meghan, deserved. Harry's latest comments come after he complained to Oprah Winfrey that the Prince of Wales cut him off financially in the wake of Megxit. During the podcast interview, the 36-year-old also claimed that living as a member of the royal family was a mixture between The Truman Show and being in a zoo. Asked if he felt like he was in a cage when carrying out royal duties, Harry said, "It's the job, right? Grin and bear it, get on with it." He said, I was in my early 20s and I was thinking, I don't want this job. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. Look at what it did to Mum. How am I ever going to settle down and have a wife and a family when it's all going to happen again? I've seen behind the curtain. I've seen the business model and seen how this whole thing works, and I don't want to be a part of this. Harry should be ashamed of himself for continuing his attacks on his father. No one would blame Charles if he were to never speak to him again and cut him off without a penny. He seems to be not just having a go at his father, but at the Queen and Prince Philip and their abilities as parents. Harry needs to remember that despite it all, he grew up in an extremely privileged position, and he continues to use the privilege of his rank as a royal to benefit financially. Every kid in the Western world complains about their parents growing up. But if you don't get over it by your 30s and acknowledge your own contribution to the problems, then in your 40s, your unresolved anger victimology will change to physical problems. Plus, he's apparently a substance abuser. You can't resolve anything until you stop that completely, forever. But Harry doesn't have any insight to himself. He just continues to blame other people. Arrested Development. Harry's gonna wake up one day here in the UK, people have more rights over privacy than in America, i.e., the press is not allowed to publish private pics that foreign ones do. And if things were that bad as a royal, denounce your being in line to the throne, remove your titles, and repay the taxpayers and your dad the many millions of pounds that was clearly wasted on you because you are not grateful at all. Why did he accept £25 million from taxpayers for his wedding? Stop whinging and get on with your life as everyone else does. Start practicing what you preach and seek help. Indeed, according to a royal commentator, Prince Charles is killing two birds with one stone by distancing himself from Harry and Meghan. The Sussexes caused a global sensation when they were interviewed by U.S. talk show legend Oprah Winfrey in March. Meghan discussed her mental health difficulties and said that there were concerns and conversations within the family about Archie prior to his birth. Harry was reunited with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge last month for Prince Philip's funeral. However, one royal expert argued with the dispute between the Sussexes and other royals and said it will not be resolved. Royal expert Molly Molshine suggested that this could fit into Charles's reported plan for a slimmed-down monarchy. Speaking on Royally Us podcast, which she co-hosts, Ms. Molshine said, "It must have been really hard to even broach the subject when they were dealing with the funeral while Harry was back. Of course, we all know that Charles is working towards what he wants as a slimmed-down monarchy, and it seems that this might be killing two birds with one stone, right?" Christina Garibaldi, the other Royally Us co-host, claimed that the Sussexes' relationship with the royal family remains tense. She commented, "There really wasn't much progress made when Harry was back in the UK for Prince Philip's funeral, and Prince Charles is pretty mad that this tell-all interview happened." Ms. Garibaldi later said that it seems like Charles is totally freezing Harry out. Appearing on talk radio, royal writer Charlie Ray argued relations between the Sussexes and wider royal family are unlikely to be repaired. He said, "Out in the U.S., Harry looks like a startled rabbit caught in the headlines. I believe that this is a problem that will never go away. It will not be solved. I do not believe that William and Charles will be extending their open arms again to Harry in light of what he said. They slagged off Kate. I think it's too far now." Harry and Markle have shot below the belt now, and nothing more that they say will have the same impact. No, don't see how any member of the royal family can turn to like them again. The same goes for people. It's not only the lies they came up with, it's also reporting private family conversations on TV. The couple became unlikable and untrustworthy. Nothing left to discuss. He also concluded, "The Queen needs to strip them of all titles as well as all places in the line of succession, now, before they do further damage to the family's reputation. Today, a soap company, tomorrow, who knows? Rampant rabbits or shaving products or nappies, etc. Does the royal family really want to be associated with these two and their total lack of judgment? Get rid of them now, and their plain Mr. and Mrs. Markle can do what they want." And you, what do you think about this couple? Please tell me your view below in the comment section, and we also discuss this couple together. If you so prefer my video today, remember to like and share it with your friends who will also love it now. Don't be afraid to subscribe to Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel to not miss any new video from our team. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.